Hello, and welcome to today's speaker card reading. Today's topic is why do men respect and admire you? For that, as usual, we have two piles, pile number one and pile number two. Now, let's get started. And, guys, I'm trying to restart my channel. If you like my content, then please hit the like button, share, and subscribe. Thank you. Now, let's get started. Hello, pile one. Let's see why do men respect and admire you? Right. Queen of Swords. Clearly, you are a very sharp person, a very intelligent person, somebody whom manipulators and BSers tend to avoid. You guys have endured a lot in life, especially in the first 15-20 years of life. It was pretty difficult. You learned a lot. There were like your trials of life, the downfalls in life, pitfalls were like humongous, and you learned, and you are a very strong person, somebody who can literally endure anything and come out of it, and a very, a lot of you could also be pretty sharp tongued and sarcastic in nature as well. What people respect about you is they cannot get away with nonsense. Nobody can get away with nonsense. A lot of you could be a very successful business owner or a very successful mentor figure, because these are the two things I can see in you. You guys, even it doesn't have to be a professional mentor, but you guys can be very good mentors. People also respect your strength. They admire the strength, the resilience, the persistence. If something doesn't work out at the first attempt, you do not give up. You do not give up hope easily. You keep on trying, and that's how you guys have succeeded in life. It's through sheer persistence and perseverance that has paid off in your life. Nine of Cups. Clearly, a lot of you have already manifested a dream life that other people, actually even men, actually would love to have in their life. You guys have really managed to manifest a dream life for yourself, which other men, could only dream of. Nine of Pentacles, you are a person who has literally, I'm seeing you are living a life of opulence and abundance. You are living a life of more, like you have the things that you only could dream of like 5 years back, and that is something that makes you, like, you have walked your way up. I'm seeing a very self-made person. You haven't taken other people's, like, you haven't inherited anything. You have made everything with your own hard work, grit, perseverance, persistence, and determination. You have, like, acquired a place in society and created direction in your life with your own hard work, with your own, like, your own capabilities. You are a very, very capable person. That's something that men really respect, especially in a heterosexual scenario, in a country, in a heterosexual scenario. If you identify as a female, a self-made successful female is respected by men even more, and that is something that I can see. You are somebody who has, yeah, see, you've come a long way. This person has come such a long way. See, they have a long way behind them. You hold the key to your success. Whatever you've been able to achieve today is through your own hard work. It's your own achievement. Things that you use today are because that is something that you've earned for your own self, and that is something that makes you stand out as well. Three of Pentacles. You are a person you have been the architect of their own life. A lot of you, like, in whatever niche, in whatever, like, things you walk in, you could be self-taught, very much self-taught. Even in coding, there are loads of coders today who were basically, as kids, they taught themselves how to code because they just loved what they did. Likewise, a coding A lot of you could be, excuse me, using your hands. Coding is something where you use your hands intensively along with your brains, of course. So what I'm saying is, you guys have been the architects, you have created your own life. A lot of your careers literally could be self-taught. Literally, you have been a very hardworking, enthusiastic, determined, that kind of a person. A lot of you could be having a strong Gemini, Capricorn, Virgo, this kind of placements. A lot of earthy placements, Gemini. Yeah, you are very good at multitasking. A lot of you have could also be a multifaceted person, but primarily some of you probably have a completely unrelated day job, and your side hustle or your business is something, or maybe multiple businesses successfully you are running. So a lot of this, like, permutations and combinations could happen in your case. I'm hearing like some of you literally have got multiple businesses, and all of them are unrelated to each other, and all of them are pretty much successful. Eight of Pentacles. You are a person who is very hardworking, who has been very hardworking, who has been very determined in life. You know what? Your work ethics is something that men tend to actually discuss about. Your work ethics is something that they tend to feel very inspired from. I'm seeing a lot of people, a lot of men actually think very highly of you. They respect you, admire you, and think of you as somebody who is like way out of their comfort zone. So you are somebody who is attractive, a go-getter, and achiever. That's how men see you primarily. Six of Wands, you are an ambitious person. With this Six of Wands, clearly men respect and admire the ambitions that you have. You are somebody who has a lot of fire in their belly to do something out of their life, to make something out of their life. You are somebody who is not one of those people who would keep any stone unturned. Instead, you don't believe in keeping any stone unturned. You are willing to go whatever it takes, do whatever it takes to go the extra mile to achieve everything that you could achieve in your life. And that is something, this absolute aggression to achieve the best possible feat in your life, is something that men really respect about you. You are equally compassionate and giving. Especially, a lot of you are known for your charitable activities. Maybe you donate a lot, maybe even you volunteer a lot. You're one of those people who can be very ambitious, extremely hardworking workaholics, but you're that friend who would reach out to your friends when they are ill, sick, down. They can't do anything, they can't move. You'll probably like offer them a warm bowl of soup, or offer them your warm house to rest in. So that kind of a situation I can see which men really respect about you. You're very humane, very compassionate, very generous. Three of Cups is a person who knows, you know what, you know how to enjoy life. You are a workaholic, but there is this dichotomy. A lot of Gemini, Sagittarius could also be seen. This dichotomy, I can see that you walk while you walk, you party while you party. You can equally be the center of attention in a party, completely being the person whom everybody would talk about. I'm seeing a lot of gossip tend to go on regarding you behind your back. These lizard heads are gossip heads. People tend to gossip a lot about you. Men are really like, you know what, this is a person whom, like, people tend to talk about you, but people tend to criticize you, judge you as well, like too ambitious, too this, too that. But they want to be like you as well. They want the life that you have created for yourself as well. That's what people, men especially, respect about you, is you have created a very, like, a dream life for your own self. You guys are very wise with money. That is something that men really respect about those women who are very good with money. You are not just good at making money and saving money, but also investing money. You are not one of those who, in spite of having the means, who would not spend behind. I mean, there is nothing wrong in spending behind a fancy bag. Like, you are not a very flashy person. Most of you, you could be having a few maybe like wow quality or flashy outfits or handbags or whatever, but by and large you don't really splurge a lot, as like compared to what you earn. You don't really believe in squandering money away. Six of Cups, yeah, you're very good as a parent. If you're not a parent, what men really like about you is how nicely you treat kids and small animals. So a lot of them would love to have you as the mother of their future kids. That kind of a thing I can also see. Like, men really respect the way in which, like, you are a very reliable, kind, yet very capable person. uh, that's how they see you. Yeah, you're very attractive, very very attractive. And another thing is, you're very good at holding your ground even in courtship period. You know how to make the other person respect you. That is something that men really realize about you, and they respect about you. Shift in perception. You know, there was a time when you used to be a people pleaser. From there you have become a person who no longer cares what others think, say, or do about you. You have become more of your own person, somebody who cares more about their own independence, who cares more about their own stuff. So that shift in perception has happened. Journey. Daughters of our mother, walkers of the unknown, take with you on this journey all that you own. You have literally created your own way. See this person and this Three of Wands. You guys are self-made people. You guys have created your own way, your own path of reality in this arena of yours. And that is something that men really respect, that this is a woman. Should you should you identify as a female, since most of my followers are, so what I'm seeing is you are a person who is extremely self-made, capable. That's what your hard work is paying off. Capricorn can be significant for a lot of you. Yeah, your hard work. You are a very hardworking person. Men really respect you for how hardworking you are. Alright, guys, up till now, if you like my content, then please, please, please hit the like button, share, and subscribe. Guys, your support means the world to me. I'm trying to restart my channel. So if you like my content, do support my channel. Thank you. Okay, Bold. Face your problems head on with confidence and courage, and you will emerge victorious. You know what men also like is, you are somebody who does not try to evade their problems. Instead, you face the elephant in the room, the problems that you have, head on. You are a very courageous person who prefers to face their enemies and problems head on. And men literally feel that this is one of the reasons. It's your courage to face your problems head on is something that has given you that extra edge, that extra milestone in your life. You are very compassionate. With Honeybee, let compassion, forgiveness be your top priority. With Honeybee, also, you are always very busy. You are like a busy bee. You are a very workaholic person. You love your work. For you, your work is your worship. That is something men really admire, really respect. Also, you're a very compassionate, very forgiving person. A lot of you have, like, your family ties are also very strong because your family values are very strong. Those traditional orthodox family values are there in you, which makes men admire and respect you even more. I'm not saying that is a positive or a negative thing. It's just that what I'm hearing, I'm just channeling those messages. All right. Wolf, devour the ferocious calling within the howling of your spirit. Run wildly into the freedom of your knowing. You are like this wolf who, a wolf would usually, it's like you are like a loner, somebody who does their own stuff and is pretty laid back in a way. You do not go and mess with others unless somebody tries to mess with you. Then you can literally rip them apart. You have that intensity about you, like, don't you dare mess with me. Okay, who are you guys? I mean, you guys are mesmerizing, extremely mysterious and charismatic as well. Bring love into the situation. You guys, Aquarius, you guys, a lot of you are very ahead of your times. That is another thing that men really respect about you. Very ahead, very forward thinking kind of a person. Another thing, what I can see is you guys love what you do. You guys love your work. You guys love the situation you are in. These are the things that that makes you tick. I'm saying, Cat, it's time to strike out on your own and relinquish your over dependency on others. This is another thing that men really respect about you is you're a very independent soul, very independent, very reliable. You do not depend on others. Instead, other people tend to depend on you. That is something that makes other people, especially men, both men, women alike, they tend to respect you. That's such a strong, independent individual you are. All right. Trust. Camel, trust that you have the resources to get through challenges before you. Exactly. You men see you as a very resourceful person, very resilient, resourceful. See, a camel survives during the driest of deserts. How do they do it? Because they are very resilient, they are very resourceful, they know how to survive. They're like a Scorpio, camel. This animals and organisms tend to survive one of the harshest weathers. Polar bears, like, you are also that way, very strong, resourceful, resilient. You will not jump around when there is some crisis. Instead, you try to find a solution. Sun, enjoy success and happiness. You are, I'm seeing, a very successful person, somebody who is very successful, very happy, somebody. I'm seeing you guys are going through a major sunshine period of your life. That's what I can see. Don't dim to fit in. How are you dimming your light in order to fit in? I'm seeing you guys don't believe in dimming your light anymore. There was a time when you used to be a people pleaser. Today you are not. Today you don't believe in dimming your light. Instead, you try to fit yourself into the situation. Sorry, instead of trying to fit yourself into the situation, you tend to stand out and speak up your mind. You speak your mind. You speaking your mind, you shining in your own glory is something that make other people respect you and also judge you. I'm hearing literally a lot of envy and jealousy coming your way. Guys, confirm me, some of you have already hit some major deals, something, some promotion deal, some kind of a thing, upgradation that you had been like expecting for the last 4 5 years, or you are about to hit something of that sort in the next 3 to 5 month time. Some of you have already hit it, something that you have been expecting and anticipating and were frustrated about. Some major upgradation is happening because success, sun, and basking in joy and light. I'm seeing like you are basking in a lot of summery vibes, and that happens when you are going through the summer of your life. You are going through the high vibrational, high energy period of your life. A fiery climax approaches. Aries full moon. You know, Aries is something, I'm seeing a lot of you could be having an Aries sun, moon rising. Aries, Sagittarius, Gemini, Capricorn, Virgo. These are the, like, people feel that you are meant for, literally, men. Most of them, they feel that you are meant for such bigger things. You're totally out of their leagues. A lot of them would probably love to take you out but are scared. Literally, I'm getting, they are scared because they feel that you're way out of their league. Shield maiden, make plans and focus. You are somebody who is very good at planning, making focus, who is very grounded, very regimented, very much like you have a schedule, a routine, and you work accordingly. Stargazer, set your sights higher. You are a person, as I said, Aquarius can also be seen. Sun, moon, rising. A Saturn in Aquarius is great. Mm, anything like a Jupiter in Aquarius, something you're very ahead of your times. A lot of you could be invested in crypto, into coding, into some genetics research. Some kind of research could be significant in your life. Maybe you love to do those random researches and you're very good at digging up facts. And you have got your like sights at a set at a very higher position. Why? Because you are like, your ambitions are very high. You have like, your hunger for success is unsatiable, and that is something that men really respect, really admire about you, that this is a person who is extremely hungry for success. Don't let pride get in your way. Exactly. You are a person, humility is your second name in a way. You haven't let your pride get in the way. You haven't like, even after achieving everything in life, you've achieved a lot. I'm seeing most of you are doing pretty decently, and probably you're so hungry for more that you don't even understand how far you have come. That is a common thread I got in another reading in last 2 days. Like, they are so hungry for more that they don't even realize how far you have come. Just sit down, my dear pile number one, and pat yourself on your back, because you deserve it. You have earned yourself that. You guys are standing out and you're totally looking like a peacock, a beautiful, men admire you because you tend to stand out both because of your internal and external beauty. External beauty, okay, but even internal, your capabilities, what you bring on table is something that makes other people respect and admire you. Look at the bigger picture. A lot of you have natural leadership qualities about you. You guys, literally, a lot of you probably love adventure sports or love to travel very frequently, or you guys are traveling pretty frequently these days, and that is something a lot of people are envious of. They would love to, a lot of this I'm hearing, they are criticizing you, judging you, but they would love to live the life that you have. That's exactly what I'm seeing. Slow down and celebrate yourself. Exactly. You guys are slowing down in life because you're learning to to take to taste every moment of your life. Garden, something lovely will come, will grow from this. You know what I'm seeing? A lot of you have literally manifested your intentions out of the thin air. You are capable of manifesting that way, and that is something that men really admire and respect about you. Make the change. A lot of you have physically changed, like shapeshifters. You look totally different from the way you looked like 3 years back, and that is something a lot of men are attracted towards as well. Your courage, see how courageous she is. She is going to slay the dragons. So that is something that is making you stand out, that you are going out to slay the dragons. You can go out if that's what it takes. So you are so brave and courageous. You can literally manifest your every wish. Men respect you because of your manifestation abilities, because you have literally manifested the life that they had only dreamt of. All right, guys, I hope you have had some clarity over your situation, guys. If yes, please, please, please hit the like button, share, and subscribe. Thank you. Namaste. Hello, hello, pile 2. Let's see, why do men respect and admire you? Okay, 8 of Swords. Clearly, I'm seeing 8 of Swords twice. Okay, there has been a time, clearly with the 8 of Cups, a lot of transformation has been. 8 is the number of transformation, remember. It shows infinity. So what I'm seeing, that you have been through infinite number of transformations in your life. Transformation. That has been the keystone in your life. I'm seeing a lot of you could be having a strong Scorpio ascendant, sun, moon. It could be a Saturn, a Pluto, a Jupiter. You guys could be having, a lot of you could be having like a 8 or 9 year period where your life transforms, sometimes for better, sometimes for worse or not so good. I'm seeing you have been through a phase in life in the last 4 5 years where you felt literally stuck and really sad, being really betrayed and insulted by those people whom you thought would stay by you. That kind of a betrayal and backstabbing your face, that where you felt like, you know what, this is a person whom I had depended on, this is the person whom I had trusted, and today they are showing me their backs. That kind of a situation I can see. You have said goodbye to such situations. Like, I'm seeing a lot of you have said, like, showed your back to certain emotional abuses. A lot of you have been in toxic, narcissistic, abusive relationships in the past, or work situations for a lot of you, and you have said no to them now. You have turned your way back. You've learned to cut cords with a lot of toxic people from your past, and that makes you stand out. Excuse me. That makes you okay. And my voice is feeling very, like, I'm feeling very choked. So I can see a lot of emotions wailing up, a lot of you feeling really emotional even now when you think about your past, but still you have managed to let the bygones be bygones. You try not to let that affect your todays. That's what something like being able to bury your hatchets, mostly your past, let it be. Let me just move on. That mindset makes men respect and admire you. I'm seeing even now you tend to get a lot of hatred, especially this card, this Five of Swords. A lot of people tend to judge you for the life choices you have made, for the way you dress, to the amount of success. Like, after, like, you lost a lot in life and you have invested rest of your energy into getting materialistic success, most of you, and that is something that can draw a lot of flack. I'm getting like a lot of people even now are there around you who are talking, bitching behind your back, maybe even at your workplace, or could be in your family, or both. Excuse me. But you have grown wiser. It's your wisdom, it's your reliability. You are no longer that gullible, but you have become way more dependable. It's your wisdom that makes you very attractive, very respect worthy to men. you know you're almost like that enlightened person, somebody who has got that maturity and enlightenment, somebody who has seen so much worse in life that today nothing can really shock you much. You are usually like, when people are jumping around feeling really jittery, like in shock during emergency situations, you act with a lot of karmic calm, because you are no longer shocked by anything that happens around you. That is another thing. A lot of you have become way more hermetic, way more stoic, very homebound. Probably you don't really mingle a lot with others. Instead, you try to put in as much work in your own life, in your own self growth. A stoic, very, some people will call you indifferent, but indifference is not the thing. The thing is, you have learned your lesson, so you probably don't socialize much. You lead a more of a hermetic life, but that is something that men really respect, like a quiet but intelligent and observant person. Ace of Swords, you guys have literally, with your own logical, analytical power, with your own capabilities, you have created this red carpet in your life. Literally, there was a time when their so called friends and family snatched everything away from you. From there, you guys have literally recreated a life for your own self. The World card, you are a person who is like, you have literally learned to upgrade yourself. You have literally upgraded your life to a new level. Today you have seen a lot of pain, lot of tragedy, lot of backstabbing. There were times when you literally didn't want to move on anymore with your life, but today is a time where I can see that you are having some real upgradations. You guys are moving, flying around. A lot of you are probably going from one place to other, like short distance travels very frequently. Upgradation in your house, in your wardrobes, everything, and people are noticing it. Men really respect this thing, that there's this upgradation that is happening and you're getting the respect for that. When you're succeeding, a lot of people respect you anyways. So You guys tend to have a very strong spiritual side to you, very occultic side to you. Somebody who could be very much into crystals, astrology, spiritualism, like occult, tantra, reiki, tarot, anything. I'm seeing like a high priestess is a spiritual teacher, a spiritual guide to a lot of people, for sure. Six, like you are showing the pathway to so many people. That is something that makes you very respectable. That is like very admirable, very respectable in general. Six of wands, yeah, this six of wands typically tells me that you're getting a lot of attention. You're doing something which is bringing in a lot of attention, and a lot of men, if you like a heterosexual scenario, if you are a female, if you identify as a female, you're attracting a lot of male attention, romantically speaking. A lot of attention is on you. All right, guys, up till now, if you like my content, guys, please hit the like button, share and subscribe. Your support would mean the world to me. I'm trying to restart my channel, so if you like my content, please do support my channel. All right, now, you're also very balanced. Today, this you, after enduring a lot, growing up, a lot of you have also could have had a very like a difficult childhood, where your parents felt parents were backstabbed. You didn't have enough money for buying your basic necessities, including food. Maybe your home was taken away from you. That kind of a situation, it has made you way stronger, very balanced, very wise. With the Fool 2 card and the Temperance card, I'm seeing 14. Number 13 shows transformation. 14 shows a lot of, you know, like after transformation, a new transform you, growing and moving towards success. That kind of a vibe I'm getting from you. A very balanced, very wise person. A lot of Libra can be seeing, Scorpio, Libra, yeah, for now, even Sagittarius, yeah, Cancer. You guys have like the High Priestess in the Moon card have very strong intuitive capabilities. Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, yeah, the water signs can be very prominent in you. Very strong water signs, very strong personalities, yet very compassionate, very much related to the occult, and intuitively very strong. That is something. Maybe you have said something to somebody, they laughed at you then, but then those predictions came true and people start trusting you. That kind of a respect also I can see for some of you. Yeah, men respect you for the way in which you treat kids. You're very good with kids and small animals, so a lot of them see you as a, if you are single, if you are in that situation, they see you as a potential parent to their like to their own next generation, to their own kids. That is another thing that I can see, that you would make a fantastic parent. You are very magical. See, you know, the magician is literally, you have manifested a lot in your life. From where you are coming to, like, you have infinite potential, and the magician has all the four elements of nature. These people tend to have magical manifestation capabilities, literally being the alchemist of their own lives, alchemists of their own destiny. That kind of magical power I can see in you, and men really respect and admire that. Yeah, a lot of, like, I'm seeing you guys are very powerful. It might be your material power, it could be your spiritual power, but people see you as a very powerful person. You embody this energy of an emperor, somebody who has come a long way in life. They have achieved a lot. They now have a higher position in society, which they use to help those who are in need. You're also somebody who is very, like, you are actually enjoying and celebrating some major milestones. I'm seeing like successive consecutive milestones you guys are celebrating. That could be the reason why that people are respecting and admiring you, because you are hitting one milestone after the other. That's something that I can see. The end of a tough cycle approaches. Capricorn can also be significant. You guys absolutely have been through some major major upheaval growing up, or maybe in your, like if you're in your 30s, maybe your 20s were in the doldrums mostly. You didn't know where your life was headed towards, where you're going, what you're doing, etc. But now you've come out on the other side way stronger, way resilient, awakening, energetic upgrades, integration, and new way of being. Exactly, you have become way more awakened as a soul, way more like high vibrational individual today. That is something that I can see, and people around you, men, really respect that you are like this ball of light in this sea of hopelessness. You tend to be like, a lot of you tend to attract a lot of distressed souls, because people tend to really want to talk to you a little bit. You have such high vibrational frequency about you. People feel like you're talking to you can be very cathartic to a lot of disturbed people, that kind of a thing. A lot of you could be therapists, a lot of you could be spiritual teacher, public speaking, career counseling, counselors of some sort. You are a very good at counselor, a teacher. What do you need to release? Literally, you guys have managed to mostly release your past. You have managed to mostly make peace with your past. Like, you know what? Whatever has happened, but I'll not let my future be ruined by my past. That's something. Walk through your fears. Scorpio can be significant. You have worked through your fears. You are somebody who has managed to literally, walking through your fears tells me that you are somebody who has literally managed to face their fears. Once you face your fears, you feel more invincible, and that is exactly what has happened with you. You today feel way better about your own self. So today you guys have become way more invincible. You feel literally fearless. That fearless courage is something that makes men respect and admire you. Literally, a lot of you could be medical doctors, naturopaths, nurses, or some form of a healer. Could be a spiritual teacher, could be a therapist, a psychiatrist, a psychologist, a lot of things, a counselor, somebody who tend to, I'm just changing the camera angulation a little bit, yes, somebody who tend to heal others. Your presence is actually very healing for a lot of people, I'm hearing. That itself garners a lot of respect. Falcon, and act on the opportunity that's before you and commit to it without equivocation. You are being seen by a lot of people as opportunistic, but at the same time, you are very observant, very sharp, very intelligent. And it's true, you're very good at pointing out these opportunities which maybe a lot of people would miss out on. You are like a light, like a ball of light, like this age of light. People tend to throng towards you. People tend to literally get attracted towards you, because they feel that coming to you, talking to you can have a real good positive impact on a lot of people's mind. Your dreams need a practical plan. You are a very hard working person, somebody who does not just dream with your eyes closed. Literally, you tend to dream with your eyes wide open. Sage, be devoted and committed. You are like this saint, like a sage when it comes to your work, when it comes to your life, and that is something very disciplined, devoted, committed, focused. That is something very grounded and rooted. A lot of you could be having Virgo, Taurus, and Capricorn as well. These are the things, like very driven, focused, grounded, committed, devoted. These are the qualities that tend to actually make men respect you, admire you for who you are, how you are, and what you bring on table. Snow leopard. Take some time out of your usual life and spend it in solitude. Exactly. You prefer to spend a lot of your times in solitude. That is something that I can see, that you genuinely tend to prefer to spend a lot of time in solitude. A lot of you probably like prefer a life in quiet contemplation around nature, doing meditation, doing reiki healing, doing some kind of astral stuff. So what I'm saying is a lot of you could be into kundalini awakening, a lot of you could be into reiki awakening stuff. So that is something very prominent in you, and that makes a lot of people, not just men, really admire you. It's because of this unusual power, which is not like very common, very uncommon, very unusual power that you possess. This unusual power that you have naturally been blessed with. You are somebody who always believed in your own self, who always had a faith in the universe that whatever happens, happens for a higher purpose. Whatever is happening, it's working out in my favor. That kind of a mindset is something that you have always had. You always had the belief that, I can achieve literally anything and everything that I put my mind towards. And that is something that makes a lot of people respect and admire you, because there is a sort of sense of self respect, sense of belief, self belief in your own abilities that tend to keep you like stay focused, help you stay focused. And that is something that men respect about you. Trust in the higher power. You are a person who has a lot of faith in the higher power, who has a lot of faith in the universe. A lot of you, as I said, I'm getting a very strong connection with the occult. And the reason why people respect you, men respect you, is because of your abilities to interpret the supernatural things, to be able to predict a lot of things just through your intuitions. A lot of you are natural healers, a lot of you are natural empaths. Yeah, meditate and contemplate. You tend to really love spending a lot of time in day in meditation and in quiet contemplation. Pisces, Cancer, Scorpios can be significant. Displacements can have significance in your life, and meditation and life in contemplation is a way of life for you. Do a walking meditation each day for the next week. Yeah, a lot of you, wow, a lot of meditation related. I love this kind of interconnected messages, guys. Men respect and admire you, especially because of your intuitive power, because of the occultic connection that you have, the connection with the universe that you have, your natural sense of self-worth is another thing that men really respect and admire about you. Remember, you are very unique as an individual, and you naturally tend to stand out, and you don't really care. Like, there was a time maybe when you faced a lot of shaming because of the way you dressed. A lot of you probably love to do something like different with your makeup, maybe gothic, maybe color of your hair. You've colored your hair, which makes you stand out even more. Those kind of stuffs I can hear for a lot of you. Remember to practice self-love. You guys have practiced, like a lot of you guys actively tend to practice a lot of self-love, self-care, self-respect, because for you, if you can't love yourself, you shouldn't expect others to love you and respect you. That's your basic motto. So you tend to like never forget to show that love and respect for your own self. Phoenix, you are being seen as a phoenix, somebody who rose from the ashes, who was literally burnt down and who rose from the ashes, a complete shapeshifter. And men really respect that. Rising from the ashes, it sounds very glorified, but it's very painful. A lot of Scorpios tend to go through that multiple times in their lives, and that is something that makes a lot of men, women alike, like, respect you. Thorns weave together the crown you deserve. Exactly. You have literally woven a crown from all the thorns that life has thrown at you. You have this unique ability of turning your adversities into opportunities, and that is something that makes you stand out in the crowd. Clover, release your guilt. Yeah, a lot of you have a lot of not just guilt. What I'm seeing is like there was a time when you were a people pleaser and people would try to guilt trip you, shame you, and that sense of shame and maybe I'm not good enough, this, that, and the other, you've carried for a long time. But today you've managed to release those things, and that is something like you are very unapologetically yourself today. You have learned to embrace your own self. That sets you apart, and that makes other men respect and admire you. Lavender, surround yourself with love. You are a person who has literally, you tend to socialize a lot less. People tend to know about you. You are very enigmatic, very mysterious. Very few people are your friends. Then you have maybe your cat, your dog, your candles, your books, your plants. These are the things that tend to entice you a lot more rather than being at a party much. So that is something like being not very reachable is something that men, a lot of people tend to respect. This element of mystery that surrounds you, that tend to make you even more admirable. I'm always enough, do not doubt your self-worth. You have a very humble sense of self-worth. There is humility, there is self-worth both in you, and that is something that makes you stand out. That is something that makes other people, makes men respect and admire you even more. All right, guys, my dear pile number 2, I hope you have had some clarity over your situation. If yes, guys, please hit the like button, share and subscribe. Guys, your support would mean the world to me. So if you like my content, please like, share and subscribe. Thank you. Namaste.